guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dropping Down from the Rafters podcast here on Tone In Entertainment. Joining me here today is the owner of Island Pro Wrestling, Justin Summers. Justin, how you doing?
What an intro. Thank you. I'm doing awesome, Tony. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I've been dabbling some ring announcing lately, so maybe that's
you got to get that microphone dropping down from the ceiling.
It's supposed to be a paying homage to Sting, dropping down from the rafters, kind of like, so that's kind of what
dropping down.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, Tony. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, you are the owner of Island Pro Wrestling. And right now we're here in 2025 in May, and it feels like, goodness. I mean, I don't think if I tried to watch every, independent promotion, I could, right? Because there's so much out there. So how does
Welcome to the revival, man. It's the revival of wrestling.
It 100% is. And so for anybody out there, okay, let's talk about first, like kind of how you got into the world of professional wrestling to begin with.
Oh, dude, it's not your typical entry point for me getting into wrestling. I bought the promotion from a previous owner back in January. So he had something going on. He had some life stuff come up and put it up for sale. I called my best buddy, Chris, shout out Chris Frizzle. And I was like, dude, you want to buy a fucking wrestling company? And he was just like, let's do it, brother. So we come from the music industry. We've done over 300 concerts. We've always been production oriented sort of people. So there's a lot of transferable traits from going from the rock scene over to the wrestling scene. But then there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm learning on the fly here in the wrestling scene too. So it's been interesting, man. It's I don't know. I could go on forever. We have a board of directors that we set up whenever we bought the company too. The previous guy, it was just a sole owner. But when we bought it, we restructured it. We sold off some ownership. There's 7 of us on the board of directors now, and we do everything by commission. It's a group effort. All the people we have that have joined the board of directors have these niche little traits that just perfectly fit with what we're trying to do here. So yeah, super blessed to have a good team, super blessed to come in at a great time with the revival of wrestling. And I'm excited for the future here, man. 100%.
I was going to say, you said 7 board of directors, which when you think independent wrestling, 7 board of directors, to me, it sounds like there's a lot going on there. A lot of
that's my life, brother. I own a construction company with over 20 employees. I own an electrical company. I have 3 kids and a wife. It's always just go, go, go. So the only way I could do this and keep it humble and really showcase a good product for the fans was to make it by commission. So we all put our best foot forward every single time. We have those Sunday afternoon investor calls, and everybody gets excited and helps build storylines. Our shout out to our creative department, because they've been putting in a lot of work on trying to develop a lot of storylines and just kind of keep fans engaged moving forward, right?
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like you're a man with much free time on your hands.
What's time? Because I'm out of it. So.
Yeah. Well, the one thing you do have an event coming up next weekend here.
Yeah,
it's called Game On, right? And what really caught my interest was the actual match flyers, because I'm a Street Fighter guy. I don't have time to play many video games to this day, but I still dabble in Street Fighter. So anytime somebody plays homage to fighting games or anything like that, dude, it's extra points already in the book.
Even at our first event that we did, IPW Takeover, we got a bunch of highlight stuff on YouTube. If you want to go back and check it out, I recommend it, because you'll get to see our initial production and see how it's going to build from there. But when we were doing all that too, we dropped the IPW Game On event at the end of that show. and we blasted the Mortal Kombat music, and everybody in the house just went nuts. It was awesome.
I was gonna say we actually have a professional Street Fighter player here in the chat, Mosh Pit Messiah. So maybe you
Yo,
want
what's
him
up, Mosh
over.
Pit?
Maybe you want him over with just a flyer alone. I know I get excited when I see that stuff. So
Shout out to JT Designs there, Joseph Tardif. He's been killing it for us on the poster front, man.
yeah, no, it makes a big deal. That's one of the things. Okay, like I was just on. Okay, kind of how this all came together was, we have a mutual friend, August Artois, and I was
Oh,
on a podcast. I was on his show the other day.
he's never hurt my feelings ever,
Okay.
ever. Yeah.
But I was on his show the other day, and he asked me something about kind of like what grinds my gears in the world of independent wrestling, and I gave my answer. But then after that, I thought of another one, and it's bad flyers.
Yeah.
Grinds my gears. Like when I see these guys and gals, these professional wrestlers that are putting their heart and soul into this, and it looks like it's made by a 4-year-old on the flyer. Like it just doesn't sell me your event. But it seems like with Island Pro Wrestling, that's definitely not gonna happen here with you guys.
No, not at all. Because we're here to make everybody look great. We want people to come here and shine. We're putting a pile of production in behind our events. We're getting them set up on streaming on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. We're reaching a wider audience. And like you said, first impressions are a lot. So whenever we have a poster, we have to be proud of that poster because that's what we're standing behind, right? So once again, shout out to Joseph Tardif. The amount of hey dude, can you change this for me's that I've given him. Thanks for sticking on the team, buddy. I know I'm not the easiest to work with, so
Now, I think we should clarify, because people that are watching this, are probably from the States for the most people that are watching this. So, Island Pro Wrestling, where exactly is Island Pro Wrestling at, Justin?
So we're located in Prince Edward Island, Canada. So we're on the Atlantic Ocean. We would be northeast of Maine by like 8.5 hours. Um, we're just a small little island. I think our entire population is 189,000 people. So very like tight knit community. So the people that you see in our crowd on the Twitch and stuff when you stream it, like those are passionate people. It's not a lot of population here, so when the house gets packed, it's very passionate people. Like the crowd at the last event blew my mind. Like I figured people were going to have a good time because we put a lot of effort into building a good show, but for the crowd to get behind it the way they did, it just like made the whole event for me. It was awesome.
I was going to say there's a lot of challenges. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, right? So I see the challenges when I go to various different shows about getting fans to come in, and you're on an island in Canada with a small population, but it doesn't seem like maybe you've had those difficulties. Is what's the biggest challenge with running a show? Because I know you've got to get the talent there. What are some of the challenges that you face?
I mean, a lot of the talent that we've worked with so far has been impeccable, man. Like they've been easy to work with. They're putting in the work. I'm a promoter. I always want more promos from the wrestlers. So send me the promos, guys. Keep them coming. But overall, like everybody's been a gem so far for the most part. And like flying people in, putting them up in a hotel, that's just showing hospitality. And I mean, if you were ever to come here to Prince Edward Island, everybody here would give you the shirt off their back if you needed a shirt. So hospitality is a big thing for us. And we know that there's talent out there already that want to come work our events because they've seen the first one that we did, and they know that they're going to be treated well when they're here too. Except August. I'm not going to treat him well. Yeah.
He's on his own island, so it's okay.
Oh my God, is he ever? Oh my God.
So, okay, you mentioned promos, and I saw something going around on like social media like 2 weeks ago where wrestlers were saying something about, I don't want to say all, like a handful about cutting promos for shows and how they don't think it's part of their job or,
well, you won't ever work here. I require 2 promos if you want to come work our card. Like I take our name very seriously. We're Island Pro Wrestling. If we were Ireland Amateur Wrestling, come on down. Sign up on the sign up sheet over by the side of the ring and we'll put you in. But we're offering a bigger product than that. We're only wanting to work with professionals. Like we put a call to submissions out to the talent probably 2 weeks ago now, maybe. Just a quick note being like, hey, if you want to come work with us, send us a resume, send us a highlight reel, and we would love to look it over with our creative department. But if you don't have those two things, that's still on the amateur side of things. We're looking for the pros that want to come here. So, I mean, you know August as well. That guy cuts promos and he's fantastic at it. That guy is the epitome of professional. He's putting in the work. He's doing the reps. He's traveling all over. He's going on podcasts. He's really trying to promote himself just as much as promoters are trying to promote him. We want to work with people like that, people who are also going to invest in our product. If we're going to put the time and effort into making you shine, we want to see a little bit of effort from you. So we want two promos. It's easy. The amount of times that I could ask for a promo and somebody spends longer on like making the excuse of why they didn't make the promo instead of just making the promo. Because I give me 30 seconds, give me a minute. It doesn't have to be a 10-minute movie on a promo. We just need some content to make sure that we can package you appropriately to our fan base and our audience.
Yeah, I have so much respect for the wrestlers that really market themselves, that are really invested in themselves. So it does blow my mind when people don't want to, like when they make a lot of excuses for stuff. And I mean, it goes in every form of thing, not just professional wrestling as well too. Like I feel like if this is your dream, this is your passion, and you've got a great platform to do, I think the least you could do to market yourself is just, I mean, do everything you can to market yourself.
Anything. Yeah, anything you can to get that little bit of extra pop, right? Because somebody's going to be watching your show right now and hearing this, and they're like, oh, maybe I should put the extra work in. And if they do it and continuously do it, it will work. Like, you just have to put in the grind, right? Nothing comes easy.
Mosh Pit Messiah says a wrestler without mic skills is not a wrestler. Well, I mean, there's a few wrestlers without mic skills, but I feel like you have to at least give it a shot, though.
I'm a firm believer that there are people who are out there that are wrestlers, but they can't market themselves. Those are the people that need to like invest in an agent or a manager or a social media content creator or something along those lines, because I've met wrestlers who were fantastic in the ring. They got the move set, they got the body, they got everything working for them, but they can't market themselves. And that's okay. You're really good at being a wrestler, but you just have to be knowledgeable enough to know, like, hey, I don't have all the skills I need to put it all together, so maybe I need to outsource something and kind of add that flavor to my mix.
Did you ever think here in May of 2025 you'd be the owner of a professional wrestling company?
Not a chance, brother. Don't get me wrong. Like I've always enjoyed wrestling. I was a big Undertaker fan as a kid, and I followed all through the Attitude Era and stuff. Right? Like I was always a fan, but I've started GM mode on WWE 2K, a few times and stuff. But yeah, here we are in the real world of May 2025, and it's here. We're doing it, and we're trying to make an honest go of it too. Like,
what can people expect when they come to Island Pro Wrestling? What separates you guys from the rest of the pack, so to say?
I mean, it sounds a little cliche, but it's like the not knowing, like what's going to happen. Um, you know, with a board of directors, it's so funny because we have so many different viewpoints to kind of bounce ideas off of. There's been sometimes a discussion of like, are we going to do death matches? And then there's discussions of like, oh, we're going to keep it old school and just like do a Hulk Hogan leg drop, or there's so many different varieties that we bounce it off of that it's cool that we get this unique melding pot of ideas, and then we write the stories from there. That's one thing that I can try my best to do is continue stories. We want to build people. We want to springboard unknown talent into a better spotlight. Like the ultimate goal for me would be to like I don't know, eventually get the promotion recognized by like WWE ID or something like that, or at least become a promotion where talent wants to come because they know that we're going to showcase them in a professional manner. Like we had pyro at our last shows and all sorts of stuff, right? So like there's an opportunity for some of these wrestlers to capitalize on the production that we're offering and really kind of build that highlight reel that they can maybe shop around to bigger promotions too, right?
I know you're only going into your second show
Yeah.
next Saturday as the owner, and I know you said you want to be a promotion where WWE ID and the bigger promotion is looking at you guys. About how many shows are you looking at producing maybe this year and maybe in the future?
So we didn't want to like we kind of had that mindset of fools rush in. So we wanted to do at least one show per quarter this year. We got a little bit late on our first show. It kind of snuck into the second quarter there. So we're doing two shows this quarter. But we're doing four in total this year, and we already have plans to step that number up for this upcoming year too. We're already booking into 2026. So
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, as someone who does backstage interviews, I love the creative process of the whole thing. Whether
It's
I
so
mean,
fun.
sometimes I have a producer, sometimes I get to run like free realm with stuff, just
Yeah.
depending on the night and who I'm working with and stuff like that. So for you, what's been the most like the thing that gives you the biggest smile on your face while doing this?
I made sure that I greeted everybody personally coming through the door at our first event. And I stood by the door as everybody left. And some of the people that, you know, I had no idea who they were when they were coming into the event were giving me high fives on the way out, being like, can't wait for the next one. Like, just having people excited that we're building something fresh, we're building something exciting, we're bringing in names that weren't normally heard around here, like just changing the game up in our local industry, and then even trying to capitalize on the globalization market too. Like here, you and I are talking, right? So hopefully we gain some new fans off of this too, and they tune into our Twitch. Like I know a lot of people already. I've been doing a few podcasts in the last little bit. They plan on streaming the Twitch. Shout out to Raul down in Mexico City. He's going to be rocking that for us down there too. That's my Mexican brother.
Oh yeah, I
But
think he was here in the comments here. I think
was Raul in there?
I'm Raul, judge of face orange TV shape. Yes, I did
Yeah,
see
that's my
that.
boy. Yeah,
Okay.
100%. So I mean, like we're already building an online community, and the first event we did a proof of concept with the Twitch. The damn thing didn't crash while we were doing the event, so like we take that as a win. Uh, but I mean, over time, like we're going to continue to grow these communities, and who knows, maybe someday we throw a small paywall on there, and we have a community that's online that's supporting us as well. So because obviously like we're the type of people that the more you support us, the more we're going to put back into it, and we're just going to continue to snowball that to a bigger platform, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the hardest thing about anything is when you're relying on outside forces like Twitch or YouTube or internet
Yeah.
in general to make something
Internet
happen.
period. Yeah.
Period. Yes,
Yeah.
that's probably the hardest thing because you can't control that. So everything else is in your guys' control, though.
Yeah, and like even this time, we're even bringing it to a bigger stage too. We did Twitch last time, and now this time we're doing YouTube Live and we're doing Facebook Live as well. So we're really stepping up that online platform. So yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi is pretty good. So
Yeah, Mosh Pit Messiah says live wrestling on Twitch. That's where I know he streams at. He's like on there.
yeah,
He
we'll
says
go
he's
follow it, twitch.tv/Island Pro Wrestling.
there. You go, real simple. And IPW's number one fan in Mexico. He's getting his brownie points in tonight, there, Justin.
I'm going back to Mexico City in November, and I cannot wait to crush a beer with that guy, man. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, it's always good when you can like make these connections and like, oh yeah, us just go grab a beer. Like let's have a good time.
Yeah. And it's so funny too. Like one of my co-owners there, Chris Frizzle, he connected with a super passionate wrestling fan who also runs a podcast, BWF Podcast. He's out in Alberta, so he's on the west coast of Canada. We're on the east coast, and they just like linked up and started crushing beers at like a brewery one day and just shooting the shit. It was pretty cool, like just how wrestling brings people together too. So it's been a wild ride since we bought the company, and like and all good. It's been so much fun.
What's been maybe like I know it's been a short time, and when we touch base maybe a year later or 2 years
Yeah, yeah,
down,
yeah.
whatever, the answer may vary, but what's been like you think your biggest surprise about maybe you've learned something that you had no idea about?
How hard it was to get promos out of wrestlers. That was one that I really didn't see being an issue coming into the industry, because I was like, hey, we're promoting you. You're going to want to give us content. But that's proven a little difficult by times. Um, and another thing, learning the industry itself, like just where do I go to meet people like yourself? How do I build an online community of like-minded people? So like just small little kind of like growing pains mostly. But I mean, as I said, I go back to our board of directors. We got a really good group. Like we got a really good group, and I'm excited for what the future holds for IPW, because literally the sky's the limit.
So I'm sure IPW is going to start making some noise, and you're obviously doing what you can to promote it. Which again, I super respect. Anybody that like wants to get their name out there and promote themselves. We're all trying to do it. We're all trying to make stuff happen. So just taking those first steps just to get out there and promote yourself to as many people as possible is awesome. But you know how it goes. Like once a name starts being you establish yourself, people start coming kind of, like interested in getting involved. So if somebody wants to get involved with Island Pro Wrestling in any capacity, what should they do?
I mean, reach out to us by email, hit us up on our social medias. All the platforms we're on: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, or sorry, X. But all the platforms, we're at Island Pro Wrestling. So I mean, we're easy to get in contact with. But I mean, if you're interested in wrestling for us, just know like we do kind of have like a little code of ethics that we're trying to make sure that we're setting a proper standard. We want to get promos from you. We want to have them in a timely manner. We want to see a highlight reel. We want to see that you can sell. We want to see that you can go on offense. Give us a little resume of what you've done. It doesn't have to be a huge resume. And like, I'm not saying all this stuff to deter anybody who really has that dream of reaching the next plateau, but just building those basic little things will really catch attention, because it goes from, hey, bro, I'm a wrestler. Can I be on your show? To, hey, man, this is some stuff you can review. This is how I can help your company. Right. So we're here to keep building a bigger and better platform. So reach out to us. We review it all, man. We had over 50 wrestlers submit on that first day of call to submissions. And I promise everybody, I've looked at all your resumes. I mean that. Like, I go through them and I see what you've done. I give your highlight reels a look, and don't think that just because we haven't got back to you, we haven't seen it. It works. It's just a matter of like going through it all and figuring out what we're going to do with everybody who's submitted too, right? So as much as you'd like to have everybody, you can't have everybody. So it has to be a selection process. It does, but I do review them all. Like, and I don't want people to feel like it's just falling on deaf ears or something, because if you're putting in the work, I'm giving you kudos. That's how it works.
Okay, so let me ask your advice on this situation. So as an owner who is reviewing highlight reels. Now, I do edit highlight reels from wrestlers from time to time, as I am a professional videographer and video editor. So
you got to get me in 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay. So, but how long? Like, what do you? So, the wrestlers that are watching this, what are you specifically looking for in a highlight reel? Length, the length. I know you said the first 5 seconds is crucial, but like, how long should they be, and what should they showcase?
Sometimes less is more, right? And that's a big thing across wrestling, period. Whenever you stand in the middle of the ring and you just look around and everybody's just waiting for that pop moment, right? Sometimes less is more. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it to the point. Hey, this is my highlight reel of me selling, and give me 3 examples of you selling. Hey, this is my highlight reel of my offense. This is 3 examples of my offense. If you have a special finisher move that looks really cool, or like we want to showcase that, it doesn't have to be a whole match, because I don't have the time to go through every single match that would ever come through. You got to give us these key points. Like, if we have 50 in front of us to review 3, that's no problem. We could do that. That's manageable. But to go through and be like, oh, you gotta find my match among the 10 other matches that were happening on the card, you like make it accessible for the promoter to just get in there, see the exciting points that's trying to sell you to the company, and then if they want to know more, they're going to ask. So it,
I think I'm getting recruited down to Mexico when you come to Mexico to watch Mexican wrestling. Like I was just out in LA last week, and I actually did attend like on a work job. And my last day, we finished early. I looked it up. I'm like, I need to watch some wrestling, and I'm out here like I have nothing to do.
yeah,
None of all my coworkers wanted to do like just random stuff, and I'm like, I need some a wrestling fix. And I found like a Lucha Libre show that was
nice,
like a 7-minute Uber drive from like my hotel, and I'm like, so I
nice.
went and watched Lucha Libre that night
Damn right, man.
out in LA. I'm like, let's go. So
So
yes,
last time I was in Mexico City, same thing. Or like in Mexico City, let's go catch some Libre. And everybody that was down there was just like, oh, I don't know, let's go to this restaurant or whatever. And I'm like, oh
yeah,
my god,
that was the
like come
same thing.
on.
The coworkers were like, "Oh, there's this restaurant," and then they ended up having like an hour and a half wait to get in. And I've already been to LA with my wife, and we've already done the touristy stuff. They're like, "Oh, we're going to the boardwalk." I'm like, "Man, I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm looking for a Lucha Libre show," and I knew 2 of the people on the show too that were
nice.
out there. So I'm like, I'm going. I'm gonna go by
Go
myself,
show
get an
some love.
Uber. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They were like, "What are you doing out here?" I'm like, I'm here. I'm on work, like I'm coming through to watch some wrestling because that's what I would like to do on my Sunday evening.
Raul in the chat, you have to let us know who the best Mexican wrestlers are right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, putting them on the spot because I
Yeah.
don't want to answer who the best American wrestlers are. I'll get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, right. Yeah, me too. You
Because
ask about any wrestlers.
you're always gonna leave somebody out. That's like the one question I hate. They're like, oh, what 3 people do you see breaking out? I'm like, oh, you're gonna get me in a lot of trouble. I'm not gonna answer that question.
I said Penta. It seems to be working.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
I love that guy, man. And now that Ray Phoenix is in there with him is so awesome. Like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, those guys are just absolutely, they've been amazing for years now. And, now they're on WrestleMania and everything else
they're
like that
finally
is
getting the
just,
pop. Yeah.
yeah. So it's great. I mean, some of my favorite matches were them and like AEW against the Young Bucks and the cages and stuff. Like just every
Yeah.
match of theirs was always stellar and love some Lucha Libre. I need to come up to Canada and watch some Island Pro Wrestling too. That has
Damn
to be
right
put
you
on the
do.
agenda list, right?
100%.
Yes. Justin, is there anything else that we should know about Island Pro Wrestling while we have you here?
I mean, there's so much more. I could talk your ear off for like hours to come, but I get excited once we start the snowball rolling, and I can go on for hours. So um, follow us on our socials. Like if you're following the socials, you'll stay up to date with what we're trying to build here. Hopefully, everybody's liking the content that we're putting out. There's been some pretty good feedback and stuff so far, so we want to continue to provide good content for everybody. And I mean, check the show out on Twitch. I know you can't be here, live stream it, tell your friends, join, get in the chat like our buddy Raul. Like, get in there and just let us know what you think of the matches. Like, the more feedback we get, the more we have to work with, and the better we can become. So, yeah, as I said, I could continue to go on about all the talented cards and everything too. Like,
Yeah, let me
uh,
bring the card up here, the flyer one more time. Round 1 this Saturday. Again, like much respect for the video game flyer and your guy that created it. It's such an attention grabber, and I appreciate those details for sure.
Yeah, thanks, man. And even some of those match cards there too. Like August is going off against Wesley Pipes up here. So we're doing round one of the heavyweight tournament. We're doing the heavyweight tournament over the course of two events. So it'll be this one is round one, and then a follow up to actually crown a heavyweight champion. Um, that was another thing we didn't want to do too quick, was just throw belts at people. We want it to mean something. Like so on our first event, we had Zane Valentine take over the white strap. It's the Prince Edward Island title. It's kind of like a stipulation title. It can only be defended and competed for here in Prince Edward Island. So that thing won't be traveling around. It was a long story to get that thing back when we bought the company. But now we're moving into the heavyweight tournament. We got people like August. We got original TNA and Ring of Honor Alex Silva on the poster there too. He's coming to face off against Giant Orion. Like I look at the poster and like, of course I'm biased, but I'm like, I can't even pick match of the night because there's so many contenders here. Like,
That's a
if we're
great
bringing back-
problem to have. That is a fantastic
Yeah,
problem to
exactly.
have.
Yeah, so we're bringing women's wrestling back here too. Like women's wrestling hadn't been here for a long time, so we really want to rejuvenate that. That would be like a personal goal of mine over the upcoming years, is to maybe have IPW become a women's title division where we have a strap that we could put on some ladies. Because there's not a pile of them in Canada. I think there's two or three other promotions that maybe have a women's title. But I'd really like to see that happen here too, and maybe even a tag team belts in the future as well. So, but it's all baby steps. We can't rush it too quick. We want to make sure the foundation is in place and just consistently build and grow our community.
Well, it seems like you guys are on the right path. I like the things that you're talking about. A strong women's division is, I think, is
Yeah.
so important for a wrestling company. Great tag team action. You got to have everything for a professional wrestling company. I mean, that's just my belief. I'm an old school type of guy, and
It'll take us some time, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So I know it's streaming live on Twitch. How much later does it go up on YouTube after it's all done?
We're doing it all at once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're using a platform to kind of like restream it to all the services all at once.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what platform you're following us on, you'll be able to see it.
Okay. That Jinja Ninja Gaming wants you to take the sunglasses off. There you go. There you go. That's what a boss does. That's what a boss does. Well, Justin, best of luck. I know the show is next Saturday, Island Pro Wrestling. So it sounds like, man, you're pumped. You're ready to go. The flyer's awesome. The talent on there. Again, it was great. You know, when I started researching, I'm like learning again for me, new people, you know, to check out because it's up in Canada. So it's like
it's a really good card to look into some of the talent because, as I said, I'm a little biased, but like we got some really good talent for this show. Just go to YouTube and type in Giant Orion Chokeslam.
there you go.
Will not disappoint.
Excellent. Well, Justin, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel tonight.
Thanks for having me, Tony. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. And guys, if you can live stream the show next Saturday on Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. And if you can't, it'll be
follow, share.
Yes, please do all that stuff too. Yes, it's so important to like and share.
Shameless self promo. Yeah.
Hey, you know how to cut a promo. That's what's important. Promote yourself.
That's right.
Please.
Short, sweet, to the point. So
boom, 3 seconds, got it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Justin, best of luck moving forward, not only with next Saturday's show, but also in the future with Island Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, and thanks again, Tony, for having me. I had a blast chatting with you, man, and I can't wait to showcase better product to you time and time again.
Absolutely. Now, for us here on Tone In Entertainment, this Friday, I will be at One Fall Wrestling doing more backstage interviews. And for those who haven't, the tickets are available for the July 25th Super Show with the MJF meet and greet. And again, just an absolutely star-studded cast here in Atlanta, Georgia. Get your tickets on Ticketmaster through One Fall Wrestling website. Go ahead and do that. And then, I might be announcing a few more other things going on this weekend as well, too. So definitely stay tuned.
Busy man.
Hey, that's what we do. Hold on. I think we have one more comment in here. Just Moshpit Messiah saying thanks for the interview. Absolutely. Thank Justin for coming on and talking to us and us learning about a new company. We love that.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, Justin, again, best of luck moving forward. And guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Tone In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.